You know that line in the movie A Few Good Men? You can't handle the truth. It's the same exact thing in business. Most people say they actually want to know what drives results. But the moment they see the real data, the real cause and effect, they flinch. Everybody's too busy collecting the click data and the MQLs and the SQLs. Everybody is busy as ever. Most CMOs and marketers that I talk to are just collecting this surface level data. They're trying to optimize everything for activity, not for outcomes. And deep down, they know it. They can't handle the truth. B2B buying is not a funnel, it's a fight in the boardroom. You're not convincing one person. You're dealing with legal, procurement, IT, marketing, sales. You're dealing with someone who got burned with a vendor 3 years ago and is holding some kind of grudge. And here's the part that most marketers miss. Half of those decision makers will not click on your ad. They will not fill out your form. They will not watch your video. But they will kill the deal quietly behind the scenes. They don't care about your CTA or how clever your email sequences are. They care if your brand feels known. If someone they trust said, yes, we know them, we've used them, they are solid, then they will buy because they are the hidden buyers. They are not in your CRM, but they are in the room when that decision is made. But let's be honest, the way that we do attribution is in the past. It doesn't work anymore. Brand gets credit for awareness, sales get credit for closing the deal, and anything in between, if it's not right before the purchase, it gets ignored. Even though the decision to actually buy happened way back when you won their trust or got a recommendation. Those moments, they vanish from the stats. This is where it gets real. As buyers move from exploring options to making a choice, reputation, results, and recommendations suddenly make a huge difference. And the data backs it up. When a buying group creates a short list, 40% of the time they will pick a vendor that they have worked with in the past. 25% say that they're going to go with somebody who a partner or a colleague recommended. Only a tiny 8% say that they are changing their vendor because it's a better product. Another 8% change because of the price, and only 4% talk about social responsibility. What buyers really want at the finish line is proof, relatability, validation, and stories, overabundance of proof that you are the right person for the job, that you've solved problems for people exactly like them. The late-stage stakeholders, the de-riskers, they care less about your promises, your futures, your benefits. They care more about whether your brand feels safe and that your brand is endorsed by other people that they trust. These are brand outcomes, but you won't see these in your click reports. If you're a B2B marketer and you still think that the funnel is a straight line, you're out of your mind. This is no longer about generating demand and just throwing it to the sales team. It's about buyability. It's about making the entire purchasing team feel confident with your brand, and they say, yes, we trust you, we will buy from you. And buyability is not built at the last mile. It starts way before the form fill, way before that phone call. It's in the reputation, the experience, the consistency, the market's perception of how likely you are to deliver. You don't get buyability by spamming LinkedIn with product features. You build it by being present, credible, and being endorsed. And you need to do it all the time in the right places. We have worked with clients who don't care about their positive reviews, who don't care about their case studies. They'll finish a great project and they will wait for 12 months to publish a case study. So here is what you need to do in practice to create buyability. Don't just fight for attention when buyers are already comparing options. Be relevant and visible long before there's a shortlist. Share customer successes, lean into recommendations, build the damn case studies. Tell relatable stories that address those last mile doubts. Push for attribution models that actually recognize a brand's critical role in building trust, building that credibility. How the brand's reputation can mitigate that risk, not at the bottom funnel, not when people are ready to make a decision, but long before a deal is closed. And here is where it gets really uncomfortable for most of you. This is not a marketing level fix. This is a leadership level fix. If you are the CMO, the CIO, the COO, the CFO, the CEO, you don't get to say, I'm paying you your salary, go fix this. It's not that easy. And if you are not a C-level, your CEO, CFO, CMO, your C-levels need to understand this. Brand doesn't just fill the top of the funnel. Brand gets you chosen. Brand is why people book calls with your sales team. Brand is what makes the buying committee say, we heard of them. They're solid. We can move forward. I'll give you an example here. How many of you think that Salesforce is a really, really cool software? It's a really cool CRM and it just works flawlessly. Very, very few people will say yes. It's cumbersome, it's complicated, it's complex, it's expensive. So why do enterprise companies buy Salesforce? Why do everybody and their mothers have integrations into Salesforce? So you're not buying more clicks or more reps. That is the truth that you cannot handle. You're building the trust, the proof, the repeatability that wins enterprise sales deals over and over and over again. All the marketers, directors, C-levels out there, you don't win by looking busy. You win by making it easier for buyers to say yes. That means less energy on vanity metrics and more on building moments that make a difference. Moments that feel familiar, safe, and recommended. Moments that flip the deal in your favor long before your sales rep shows up. Clicks don't win games. Confidence, trust, and overabundance of proof do. So stop optimizing for motion. Start building buyability, and that is the truth.